A client just replied to you that they have zero budget for your service, yet they have something that you like and you would like to collaborate with them in some way. And in this video I will share with you how I work with such clients that do tell me upfront that they have a zero budget. We're going to go through the scenarios when should you accept to collaborate with such clients, alternative methods, how you can still monetize that content, and all the pros and cons of working with clients on zero budget. If it's your first time on my channel, my name is Michael Thomas. I'm a London-based time-lapse architecture and skyline photographer, and on this channel you will see me showing the best viewpoints of London, as well as the ways I work, some business aspects of photography and shooting time-lapses for a living, as well as just my travels that I share wherever I travel to and try to find the best views in such locations. And this video is partially a direct reply from me to you, asking me quite often in the comments here on YouTube or on Instagram or in DMs, Michael, how do you actually get access to some of these unique rooftop locations, spaces where no one else is actually allowed to go unless you would have gone illegally? And I do not go there illegally. All the places and locations I get access to, I actually shoot with permission of the building management, of the developer company, of the hotel, or places around London where just I get invited to. So in this video we will dive deeper how I arrange that access. Let's start with the obvious fact that commissioned work and working with clients that do have a budget is always better. And if you find yourself in a position that you're currently completely flat out, well, this video isn't for you. Lucky you, you're doing great, keep doing what you're doing. However, if you're watching this video, there's a big possibility that you are not as busy as you would like to be. Also, in my case, I would like to have more clients currently that I could shoot time lapses for or shoot architecture from their amazing rooftops. Wow! So from time to time you stumble upon a new place, new location that you would like to get access to shoot content from, and you think, for example, that the stock footage that you could generate from that place would sell like hotcakes, or you believe that what you're offering in terms of your services, your business, your photography, shooting time-lapses, shooting video, is definitely good enough that you should be the person that should create the content to represent that brand or business, maybe because you like that brand or you just believe in yourself and know that your content is good enough that the brand should hire you or commission you to shoot their content for social media, for their website, or just for their general marketing efforts. Or maybe the company already contacted you because they've seen your work online, they love what you do, and they would like to invite you to their rooftop or their brand new skyscraper hotel, for example. Myself, as a London-based content creator that specializes in time-lapses and architecture, skyline photography, I do get quite a lot of invites from new developers that have access to rooftops of the skyscrapers, new hotels, new rooftop bars, as well as some unique experiences. Firstly, assuming that you're interested in what they're offering to you, rooftops, tall skyscrapers, hell yeah. You'd first reply to them with your positivity towards what they're offering to you, and then you'd ask them what their budget is for what they would like you to create. If they come back to you with a budget, amazing, continue with your rates discussion, but that's kind of for another video. In this video, however, I will tell you what I do, unfortunately, in the 95% of cases where there is none. But the client is still inviting you to this amazing, unique opportunity to create content, which straight away may sound pretty poor. However, if you do know how to approach such opportunities, you may still monetize your work. This is the moment where I have to decide how important visiting their place, their location, their activity is to me, and what can I do to still monetize that content, and should I accept or not that free invite. In the following part of this discussion, which is my reply to the client, I explain them how this could still work between us if they're happy to accept how I work with such clients on a zero budget scenario. And however, it would be an immense pleasure for me to shoot from a brand new cool rooftop, because I absolutely love shooting from rooftops, I do try to still emphasize to the client that it is still work that I would be performing on their site. In the first point, I explained them that I would like to come at a time or a date that will be more beneficial to the kind of content I create, and they've already expressed that they like me doing. And in terms of time lapses, that would be probably around sunrise or sunset, or where the weather would be extremely beautiful. And in a rare scenario when the client's location is amazingly unique and access there is very scarce, I may accept the time and date that the client has given because, for example, there will be no other alternatives to arrange such a visit. In the following point, I mentioned that when I'm gonna be on location, I may do an Instagram story, but it will be without the client's hashtag or mentions of their account because these are reserved for paying clients. And here is the best part, something that the client should find irresistibly enticing. After I shoot everything, go home, edit everything, I watermark everything, all my videos are put together into a private video on YouTube, all my time lapses get put together into a little showreel, all my photos get watermarked and bundled up in a zip file, and then I send it to the client and give them the option to have their first pick of anything they would like to license exclusively or even fully buy out usage rights from me to any specific pieces of content of their choosing. And if exclusive usage license pricing is beyond what their now possible budget is, I also offer them to buy it at a non-exclusive usage license rate similar to Adobe Stock, Point5, etc., all other royalty-free stock websites. And for comparison, the video prices are 1080p for £48 or 4K for £120. While photos are priced at £50 for social media and website use only, while all other usage rights to be priced upon the requirements of the client. And also I offer bundle discounts for 20 images at £50, it would have been £1,000. I offer 30% discount rate, so £700 for a bundle of 20 images is, I think, a fair price. So if you look at it from a perspective of a client, the client invests upfront absolutely nothing just in case the content creator, for example, wouldn't deliver and create absolutely rubbish content. Yet, if they create something totally amazing, they only get to pick after the fact what they would like to purchase from that content creator. And if they do end up absolutely loving some pieces of content that you've created, well, why wouldn't they want to buy it from you if they know what they're buying? They're not buying a cat in a box, even though they've seen your previous work and they know what sort of stuff you can deliver. They still only choose what to buy from you after. Well, if I was a client, I'd love that opportunity. However, this kind of agreement comes at an expense to the client that there is no creative direction from the client. This is something that personally, I reserve only for commissioned clients' work. As a creator on this no-budget scenario, I make all the creative decisions, what I should shoot and what should I not shoot, in order to maximize the potential that just in case the client does not want to buy anything from me, what kind of content would still sell on stock sites or maybe do well on social media, be part of my reel, or maybe I would sell prints of the photos, and I only shoot these things. Also, in such scenario, the client cannot dictate what areas or how long should the creator be creating their content, shooting. It's up to the creator, up to me to decide how long I will spend on location, how long I will be able to shoot what I want to shoot, and the same goes for editing. How long will it take me to edit all that content? Because if the client wanted the deadlines, then it clearly becomes a commissioned piece of work which the client should have budget for. And while there would still be no deadline when I should get my content edited, it is up to me, the creator, to send it as quick as possible to the client while they remember me and they want to purchase some of the content that I've just created. Finally, at the end of the email, I do explain to the client that if they do express no interest in purchasing any of my content, that is completely okay, because I will monetize that content on other stock sites and I will make my money for the effort and time I've put into this project. And lastly, it is hugely important to make the client aware that when you're going to be posting any content that you created from the location or the experience on your social media, it will be without the branded hashtag, without the mention of the account, as it is not in any way sponsored because of it being a zero budget opportunity. And at this stage, it's also important to advise the client what are the free ways that the client can share your content onto their accounts that's actually okay with any creator, and it is pretty much encouraged even to do so. This way enables only the client to post the creator's content onto their story, which will be available for 24 hours, or if they want to save it for longer, it can be saved as a story highlight, which will be available forever underneath the bio of the client, and that kind of is the limit how the client can share for free on Instagram, because I do not recommend using the apps like Regram, because it's basically posting a download of the creator's content onto the client's account as a post, basically without asking the creator for permission. So no, it is not something that creators like see happening without prior permission from themselves. Secondly, on Twitter, well, it's a retweet, as simple and effective way of promoting someone else's post by doing a retweet. It's still clickable directly to the creator's content, so there's no one ever had a problem with a branded account retweeting their content. So that is definitely very much welcome. And now I want to tell you something that the client definitely should not do when they accepted you coming on the previously mentioned scenario of a no budget. They should definitely not ask you, and I've been in that situation. I've been invited some places where I've shot the content, I shared the content watermark with the client, showed them the prices, said if they don't want to choose anything, that is absolutely okay. And yet the client comes back to me and say, oh, can we just like use a low-res version, maybe just a 1080p of that time-lapse that you created? It's absolutely brilliant for free. We'll only post it on socials. And I say, well, no, I've explained it to you earlier that these are the prices if you want the low-res version and only social media use. Or what about just a couple of photos? Can we use maybe a couple of photos on our social media? These also come with the price that I've presented to you earlier. So no, unfortunately for free, I do not allow that use. You've read the conversation that we had over email, so maybe in the future you can commission me up front, or you can still always happy if you buy my content for the prices that I mentioned to you previously. And then some clients that I've unfortunately had dealings with were very surprised that they cannot use anything for free from me, like as if they completely didn't read my email. Big clients in London, by the way, but I will not name them. And a word to all the creators out there, what I recommend you not to do is the letting go part. Oh, if they just want the one photo from that content, yeah, they'll be fine. No, don't do that. Don't be that guy. Let's stick to all same rules and be able to value our work. And if a client that builds skyscrapers, for example, or is a massive brand, they should have budget for acquiring content. Yes, they have offered you somewhere cool access, but the amount of work that you've put in, they should be able to find enough money to purchase usage rights, at least to use it on their social media from you for small prices, 25, 50 pounds, whatever you value that single piece of photo that they want to use from you. Stick to your guns, definitely, because none of us want to be part of the problem where creatives has this stigma of being poor and constantly struggling. Let's not contribute to that problem. Let's value our work. You need to believe that your pricing that you're using is fair and the client should have a budget for it, because they know it as well as we know it. We ain't never as creatives gonna be ridiculously rich. We're not gonna drive Lambos and live in mansions. Well, that is unless you scam people online by selling overpriced NFTs. If that's you, yeah, I don't approve of that. NFTs got a long way to go. Again, topic for another video. Just compare yourself, for example, to a, I don't know, skilled electrician. No one would dare, no company would dare to invite a skilled electrician on site of a major new skyscraper being built, saying, hey, do you want to get access to see how electrical stuff gets done on our skyscraper? Help us out a little bit for half a day and you will be able to put that into your resume as you work on such a huge big project. Any self-esteem, confident electrician would just laugh in the face of such company, and that company would have probably been called out for that in all major newspapers. However, that somehow isn't happening in the world of creative, so let's put a stop to that. So what do you think on this method of me sometimes working with some prospective clients on zero budget? Do you like the idea? Do you use something similar? Or what's your thoughts on that? I would like to hear in the comments. Let me know in here or directly message me on Instagram at London Viewpoints, where you can follow me for all the other skyscraper related skyline and time-lapse work that I post. Thanks a lot for watching, hope you found this video useful, and you can check out some of my best videos where I shot some amazing time-lapses from even some of such zero budget clients in this playlist that I recommend you watch now.